Hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Erica. Welcome to Love, Light, and Lunacy. So I was being called to first do a divine masculine and feminine tarot check-in, which I did at the beginning of my journey, and then I opted out. It's just something that I didn't personally have any interest in wanting to do. And with being the divine feminine counterpart myself, the chaser, which I'm going to touch on this video as well, one of our hugest jobs, or one of the main jobs, in order to get through the difficult part of these journeys, is to surrender to the universe, to source, to divine timing, let go of control, trying to force things, trying to force the outcome, trying to force them to wake up to the connection properly, all that stuff. And so I typically try to not tune into my divine masculine, because we are extremely telepathically connected naturally as it is, as twins who are destined. It's overwhelming even for me as the spiritual twin, which I'll kind of touch on in this video as well, because I've constantly I've been I guess conscious of this journey maybe for a little over a year, or around a year. Yeah, a little over a year. That's it. But in this connection for 3.5, almost 4 years. And so I've learned a lot about myself, about my twin, about this journey, about the world, and I'm continuously just evolving, right? And part of my mission has always been to share our journey. But for a while there, I battled my own spiritual ego on whether or not, I was fit to be spreading twin flame knowledge as someone who wasn't able to successfully get into union. But now I understand that we are, and I've known for a while, but on track with what we were supposed to be doing. And I'm being called to share this information because I am a genuine twin flame. I spent probably, I guess this entire time, trying to actually prove it wasn't true. Because if you resonate with this type of journey, you resonate as either the chaser polarity or the divine feminine polarity in a divine connection. It's not easy, but yeah. So we're gonna check in to see what energies are coming through for the divine masculines, what energy is coming through for the divine feminines at this time, and what's going on in the shared energy. And then, yeah, I'm probably going to bounce all over the place like I just kind of did, as I've got a lot going on, so I don't like to plan too much because it takes so much time. I need to, obviously, a little bit, but so I have quite a few things that I want to try and get into this video in a short amount of time. But yeah, so I know I do have some twins that follow, and some soulmate couples that I keep trying to see if any of you are twins like that I thought are just soulmates, because I don't think it is. And I'm going to try and touch on that as well, because yeah, spending that year and however long that I've been conscious of this journey, trying to prove that it wasn't true, was just because I wanted to, free myself. If they don't want you, move the fuck on. That's never been a challenge for me, which is really common with a lot of us chasers, actually, which is something I was going to mention as well. Twin flame love feels true naturally, in comparison in all other relationships or affairs that you've ever had. So, the chasers, in my case, might not have acted this way in any other affair of any kind in the past, because they knew on a subconscious level that it wasn't true love, you know what I mean? But there's a huge possibility that that same chaser, in my case, had been running from love their whole lives, because it was scary and daunting, and you know, so the fear was actually there as well, because a true divine counterpart, twin flame, whatever, they really are your mirror. So yeah, they are quite literally, you know, the other polarity of you. So people always think that, well, then that must mean that they're just like you. No, that must mean that they're your polar opposite. No. The best way that I've ever been able to like shorthand explain how the energies work is like the yin and yang symbol. You know, each is primarily one polarity, feminine, masculine in this case, but each with a part of the other. But then, you know, that can also shift and morph a bit. It just kind of, it's like a symbiotic completion of one whole thing, which is the third shared energy that you guys create together, which is the whole point of coming into union, is to, the whole journey of a twin flame is to ascend, right? And then the last step of that is getting into union, physical union, which is your destiny. If you've met your twin flame authentically in this lifetime, you will come back together. It's just the way that it is. All the false twin, catalyst twin, you won't get to be with your twin in this lifetime. Those are just all confirmed cases then of not legitimate twin flames. It's just, if you authentically, the universe brings you together with your divine counterpart in this lifetime, it's for a fucking reason. And anybody that's on these ascension journeys will understand how divinely orchestrated our entire universe is, especially if you're, you know, someone who's already seeing synchronicities or is one with source and is literally communicating with nature and the universe and everything all around you at all times, kind of like what I am right now. You know, you know that things are very orchestrated and nothing is a coincidence. And so, you know, it's that kind of knowing too, when you get to that level of ascension, that helps you, I guess, pull back from that chaser energy a bit. I won't deny that I've struggled with that this whole time. Even understanding it all, I'm still just like, okay, well, but like, why not? Why can't we figure it out now? Like, and then, you know, I know I'm projecting that back out. And so, yeah, you know, it is a learning curve for sure. But, yeah, it's definitely worth exploring. So if you are resonating with this and thinking that you're on a similar path, then keep listening. Hopefully I'll be able to share a few more tips that might aid you before I start pulling the cards, which I will do fairly shortly here. But yeah, I know I have some people that I'm talking to who both halves, the feminine and masculine, whichever resonates with which, are quite open to spirituality. And so that was something that I was diving into quite a bit as well, because I mean, there's a lot of talk about in the twin flame communities online and stuff, and which I know a lot of it is false, of course. Most of it is actually, which is part of what I'm also here to discern and help spread the truth as a true twin. But you know, there's a talk of the matrix twin and the spiritual twin. And from my experience, that is, you know, the type of label I would have put on my situation in the beginning of my journey. Now I understand that, you know, everything we say and believe becomes our reality. And so if you are projecting them as the closed off twin or the unawake twin, the matrix twin, you know, the unemotional twin, the closed off twin, then you're just projecting them to continuously be that way. And as a twin, you do have, you know, a stronger natural connection with source if you're on a true twin journey. And so you are able to effectively manifest things with your thoughts a lot easier than somebody who wasn't connected with that source energy, with their own higher self. So you gotta watch those beliefs. I think, well, not I think, I know. I've been my own worst problem this whole time. This is quite literally, I laugh because I keep seeing his face over and over. In the beginning of my journey, kind of when I was telling, not the beginning of the journey, but when I was kind of talking to my twin about this, like a little bit, and I said something about us manifesting, or something about manifesting us to stay apart with our own insecurities, just because I had barely learned anything about this. Now, yeah, I'll get into that a lot deeper if we want to, but and he's like, yeah, I've probably been doing that the whole time or something. And I was like, yeah, no, we both have. We both very much have, which is why we're supposed to figure this shit out eventually and use our beautiful minds for the greater good, and get to enjoy all the best stuff about that. As a twin, you know how that goes. So yeah, if you don't, it's hard to explain. It's next level. It's just because it's an energetic thing. It really is. It takes over your whole body. I don't think I have children that watch this anyway, so whatever. Yeah, no, it's next level on just like even just communicate. It's just like this comfort, right? Like, because as you twin flames that are true twins, when they meet their counterpart, there is that just instant strong sense, even though it's really confusing. There's obviously the strong sexual urges, like that's about like at the forefront of things, especially for the masculine, but there's just a sense of like belonging and understanding. It's just like this inner peace, because it's quite literally the other half of you, your same exact soul essence. And but we have this karmic debt, we have these things, these lessons, unfortunately, that we did sign up to overcome, just so that we could step into the best and most powerful, beautiful, loving parts of who we truly are. That's what all these lessons are about. So that's kind of how another reason you can kind of know if you're on that journey, as you will be triggered to do a lot of healing, especially if you are the spiritual, awakened feminine polarity, which is typically how I've seen true twin journeys kind of begin. But not to say that that's how they have to be, which is kind of what I was trying to touch on, which, with one of the couples that I talk to, I keep thinking when they say things or I hear things that like maybe that's a twin journey, but then something else comes up and I'm like, no, I don't think so. Not that it matters. But yeah, so the reason I kind of laugh about the Matrix thing is now that I know that that's quite literally kind of how the world is, you know what I mean? We are just here in like not a simulation, but yeah. Kind of. It's a good way to explain it, So a lot of us think of our matrix twins as we're awakening and trying to like talk to them about angels and guides and other dimensions and beings, and they're looking at us like cross-eyed, like, yeah, maybe they're fucked, maybe they've lost it. And a lot of you just on the ascension journey can resonate with that, because those of us that are full honest with our families and everybody else in society and everything, everyone's like, Looney Tunes, and you're like, no, just wait. We all learn, just wait, and but yeah, if you think about actually like the movie The Matrix, when Neo is confused, running around in the 3D like a fucking robot, you know what I mean, not knowing what's going on and just kind of behaving as everybody else, but then he learns and comes into his natural power, his true power, and he sees the world and begins to understand the power of the human mind. That's quite literally what it's like in a twin journey. And we did sign up that, one polarity, the feminine polarity, would typically be awakened first to past life memories, to this knowledge, and then to the knowing that we have a mission, you know what I mean, or a purpose here on Earth this time around, which begins obviously with effectively getting to union and then utilizing the gifts that come with that third energy, for all of us, but for the counterparts obviously, but energetically it's for everybody. But yeah, like there has to be, no matter what, in any true twin journey, even just for on some small level, there is a rejection or a heartbreak of some kind that has to trigger this separation, because during the separation, this is where all the discovery about twins comes in, and all the needing to understand what the fuck is going on with you, and why, like I said, with people like me who never would have chased, and not to the extent that I did, like I won't even lie, this is how I knew like before I started searching and finding out what a twin flame was, I had never heard of that in my life. I had said to him a couple times, like, I think maybe you're my fucking soulmate, like, do you, you know, and he would just sit there. He'd never say no to me, but he would like smirk and be like, think about it. So I'm like, I know he was like, maybe, you know, like, so. And then when I did find out, which was random as shit too, I had like, was on Groupon and I'd forgotten even about it, and I'd seen this thing for like a cheap tarot love reading. And so I got it, but I like wasn't interested in getting it right at the exact time. And then it was, when my head started to spin and I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, I feel this pull to him. You know, he was running from me. I just was like obsessively chasing, and I was like, this, and it was not me. It was not who I was whatsoever. And I was just like, what is happening to me? Like, you know, what's going on here? And then I got the reading, and it was a twin flame. And she messaged me, your twin flame is someone near and dear to your heart. There's like all these issues right now, blah, 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 but you're going to come back together for all this stuff. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, what the fuck is a twin flame? So then, you know, this sparks the whole journey. And now here I am only a year and a bit later, and I feel quite literally light years away. Like I'm a whole different person, and I know so much stuff. Thankfully, I was always a brainiac, quite literally my whole life. I was supposed to be skipped grades and stuff. My mother, my beautiful, unfortunate karmic mother of mine, that was one of the things that, you know, was meant to be, though. She kept that from me. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, so there's no blame there or anything. But I just laugh at now how far back things truly went. Like my whole, like, you know, when you discover your past life stuff and then you can see this life from a way broader view, it's just kind of like watching, like a play, and then it's like, okay, like everything makes sense. Whereas like before, personally anyways, for myself, like I quite literally was like, what the fuck is the point of any of this shit? Like I mean, sure, yeah, you can, there's lots of things to enjoy. It's not like I was just like, get me out of here. But, you know, what was the fucking point? And now everything has a point, and everything has a purpose, and everything I can see, and it's so cool. It's like I wouldn't change that for the world at all. But yeah, so if you are resonating as a chaser, no amount of logic and reasoning or anything, or forcing of any kind, will ever get you the results that you're looking for. It's quite literally an energetic connection, and so you gotta just like let it go. And that doesn't mean that it's gonna die, because if it is a true divine connection, it just can't. You can't make it, no matter which one of you wants to try, or both of you can try for as long as you want. It just causes more agony. You just need to let it go and focus quite literally on you and what you're being called to do. So I know I've talked to a couple people, and they're kind of lost in that, you know, I can let them go, but like, you don't have any, you know what I mean? There's no direction in your own personal life. And so by aligning with your soul and doing like inner work and healing and digging out that shit and finding out, you know, what it is that makes you attach, having those different attachment styles, etc. Working all that shit out is exactly what you have to do, and allow them to just do that on their own as well, and understand that if the universe orchestrated for you guys to come together, it's not going to let it just slip you by if it's destined. It's just not going to happen. And for myself now, as I have been, you know, the observer, I've been reacting a bit, of course, but still learning each time, one step forward or whatever. But I would actually go, you know, a little bit back and, you know, catapult forward again, which is great. And so, yeah, no, it really is just on you to do your own inner work. I won't lie, from personal experience so far, but we chose that journey, right? It does seem that like the feminine polarity seems to do a lot of work, but that's why they are the spiritual twin, that's how it was set to be. Another misconception too that I've heard a lot is that people assume that their not awake twin isn't gifted. I don't know if all twins, actually no, I do know this, sorry, correct me wrong. Not all twins are gifted. Like, they say we all have spiritual gifts, but they also say everybody's a twin. Not true. But it's not true. I know and have spoken with lots of legitimate in union twin flame couples who they're not gifted like I am, like where I have like all of my psychic senses and that kind of stuff, and like had such just like a natural affiliation to work with energies, like instantly. Not all twins are that way. Lots are, or at least spiritually adept in some way, have some sort of gifts, but some are not at all. And so yeah, a lot of people think that their twin must be, you know, if they're spiritual, then their twin's obviously not. And it's just like never gonna, you know, it's not, that's not true. They are your other half. And like in my case, my twin is, I'm actually thinking, because I have a big ego too, so I battle it a lot. With a lot of the like things I've been shown, I feel like he's gonna be more powerful than me, which really sucks for me. Just kidding. Like, I know it's all for the greater good, but like, I feel like because it was so natural to me, I don't know. I guess I thought that would be my thing, that I would be like the cuckoo gifted one. But no, I keep being like, never like all the readings that are sent, like, your twin is so like gifted, he's got to be using his stuff for good and not like to whatever he's doing. I don't know. I don't know why. That's probably why I just fumble out my words, because I don't actually have anything bad to say. It's all, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. It's just, we all do things in our own timing. So yeah, see, there's always a little bit of healing that still needs to be done there, a little bit of butthurt shit that you need to work on, but whatever. This is part of the journey. You need to realize that you're the only one that can, and you can't expect anybody outside of you to fix things or how you feel. It's all your own programming and how you react to things. So just which is part of what all of this consistent inner work is as a twin flame, because they are, like I said, you know, our mirrors. So, and a twin flame union is not just, you know, romantic union. Third eye chakra. Okay, let's just see what's going on. Combined energy. Combined twin flame, divine counterpart energy, please. And yeah, the most important thing to remember is that you are the most important person, you know, in your connection, not them. Anything that happens to you in this journey is a result of how you've been programmed and how you see the world. Everything totally depends on your perception. So whatever your twin flame is showing to you is a mirror of your own projections. It was in the reverse. So yeah, if you see that your twin is running, or if your twin flame is chasing, or in both situations, you know, you can feel uneasy and irritated and annoyed and frustrated. But and sometimes you don't even know why you're in this like slingshot or tug of war, run and chase, catch me if you can, energy or situation. It does. It looks really retarded when you get out of it, and you can see it from the outer perspective. It's quite humorous. Healing begins. I just don't want to say anything yet until I get all the cards out. I'm not taking all of those. Combined energy. Yep. Seven of Cups. So that's Six of Swords, Seven of Cups, Five of Cups in reverse, Sacral Chakra in reverse, Throat Chakra. That's what I felt this morning too, Throat Chakra. But yeah, so if we can start looking at, you know, all the negative stuff that's going on between you during the separation, as the lessons that they really are, they'll stop looking so negative, and you'll start to be able to actually naturally positively turn your vibration up and break that cycle of good and bad and positive negative. And when you can start accepting your life totally just the way that it is and finding purpose, you know, you can start changing it. Anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or irritated or annoying or whatever, don't run away from that. Don't just say, I don't like that, or I don't want that. Oh, my twin flame is always making me feel, well, I don't like it. Or he's such a jerk, or he's such an asshole, or she's such a bitch, or whatever. Don't. Just simply understand, or try to understand why they're doing this to you, or why you're attracting it into your life without putting it under the label of negative and positive. Just try to see like what's making you uncomfortable, because whatever's making you uncomfortable can help you grow. It's a gift. So you're the person that's, you know, at the center of your universe, and your twin flame is your mirror showing you whatever's happening inside of you. You're reflecting it, you're projecting it onto them, onto him or her. So that's something pretty simple, but if you start working on that right now and accept that everything just the way that it is without giving it labels, you'll automatically come to the conclusion that you and your programming and the way that you think is causing everything. Got 4 chakras out. I'm feeling called to say that I guess I am creating a twin flame chakra meditation, because I did one just like was called to by my guidance team this morning for my twin and I, where I like aligned all of our chakras and like did this like little vacuum thing. I'm gonna do that. So there's definitely clarity coming in, connections, heart opening, the need for chakra balancing. There's lots of dreams going on. So both counterparts are probably having lots of dreams right now about each other, or just vivid dreams in general. We do have the 5 of Cups in reverse for the shared connection as well, which is, you know, recovery after a period of loss. Acceptance and forgiveness, which is a beautiful energy. So there's acceptance, forgiveness. We do also have firm foundation in the shared energy, root chakra energy. So yeah, I've got 4 chakras out, but this speaks as well to things coming into more stability. It is a 4 card, so that stable energy landed right beside the heart chakra, which is a number 4 in this deck. So I'm looking at 44. And the shared energy as well. That healing begins. That's the 6 of Swords, which is also a period of transition, a positive growth, change. So that means that both counterparts are still healing in a positive way. That is like rite of passage sort of stuff. So we are, you know, following this divine journeys and our divine path. Let's see, what do I want for cards here? Let's get a metaphorical card for the shared connection. I cut to calling in your soulmate. There's no twin flame card in this deck, but okay, twin flame, divine counterpart, soulmate connection, shared energy, please. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Here, calling in your soulmate, came back out. So definitely some true counterparts going on. So if you're watching this, it could be you, or if you're someone who's trying to call in your counterpart, keep going with your affirmations, your prayers, and visualizations. Definitely a lot of growth I'm looking at. With all the chakras aligning, Ace of Swords, 6 of Swords. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Sorry, I know these are kind of hard to see. attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And separation. So yeah, a lot of you, like myself, currently in a period of separation. Healing family issues is on the bottom. Let's get one more for the shared connection. And I think I'm going to go into each side a little bit. Oh, I got you. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So don't give up, guys. And you deserve love. You are lovable. So yeah, a lot of you are working on self-love. Keep up with that. It's one of the most important things, well, just in general in life, but especially on these journeys. You really actually have to be able to confidently love yourself in all aspects before you can truly, you know, surrender to the divine timing and understand, you know, have that knowing about what is meant for you will come, and not accepting anything else, not wanting to waste time with anything else. Not saying that those of you that are, you know, every situation is different. So if you're able to and feeling called to date other people while you're in separation, I do recommend that you do that. And I just cut to self-love. Not that I'm surprised. My gifts are just going like crazy these days, but yeah, do whatever, as long as you're going to, it's not going to distract you from your healing, and it's going to keep you aligned with self-love and with your journey. Do whatever is going to make you happy. Date, you know, do that. Move on. I know that people say they're in true connections and are with other people. I have a hard time believing that's a true connection. If so, having strength in card 44. Not that these numbers aren't following me everywhere I go for, you know, year or something, but yeah, so that's strength. It also says August, if that might resonate with people. I've also got Taurus, April 20th to May 20th on the bottom, followed by you are on the right path. Confirmation for some people. I thought I was going to go split the energies, but then I grabbed these and went for the shared energy, so we're just going to do that. Summer invigoration. Yeah, some things, some of you may not be connecting with your twin until the summer. Other of you are going through a period of invigoration right now. Believe in miracles. 11, remember your power. And, oh no, I'm not taking that one. Okay. Let's get one more. Raise your vibes. So, okay, yeah, a lot of you need to work on raising your vibration. That would be why you'd be struggling if during separation. You need to, like I said, do things that make you happy. Find purpose in your life. Have faith. Release anything that's holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. Gemini is here. Card 51. Raise your vibes and have faith. The 3. So, angels are with you, number 4 on the bottom. All right. Oh, I do not really have any more water. No. This is a pretty long video. But I just wanted to share a few things about the journey. Okay, well, let's just see. Let's grab these tarot maybe, and we'll start. Let's start with the DMs. So those resonating as a divine masculine. Let's go. Just what energy are they in right now? We'll start with, I guess. So what energy are the divine masculines in currently? Working. Work mode. Pentacles. Alright, divine masculines. What energy are the divine masculines in currently? Yes. I'm not gonna make this shit up. Fucking lovers. It's also Gemini. So that is the card of Gemini, the card of lovers. So what energy are they in? They are in the energy of, what's with it here? Well, the DMs are in the heart space. We've got the lovers here. Page of Cups, it is in reverse though, so there is like a delay, a hesitation still going on, like some emotional immaturity or a creative block of some kind. But the Ace of Cups is also here. So this is spiritual growth, but it is also love. It is creativity. It's celebration, love, compassion. It's overwhelming emotion at times. Compassion. It's love, though. So the Lovers with the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse is what flew out for the Divine Masculine. So a lot of you are wanting to give your Divine Feminines an offer of love. There's still something, though, kind of keeping you not stuck, but yeah, like, but not for long, I don't think. I'm going to go into that more. This is a really strong message to shoot out all at once. Yeah. That's union energy is what that is strong union energy. Page of Cups in reverse, though, like I said, that's that immature energy, like not quite ready, but like getting there. It's like that, yeah, just a little bit of blocks there, but still all up in the emotions. So Divine Masculine's currently in the emotions. There's the Twin Flame card right on the bottom. Temperance, so in different decks it's portrayed differently, but I did a meditation yesterday, kind of channeling, where it called in magnetic and electric, you know, Shiva Shakti, gold, silver energy. I mean, this is the sun and the moon, but still, there's just like a lot of synchronicity going on in that card there. So the need to still, you know, find moderation, find the proper balance. Things are coming into balance, I would say, with the Temperance card coming out. But yeah, it says like my extremes guide me to find balance. So a lot of times we figure out what we're supposed to be doing by doing what we're not supposed to do, right? So the DMs are still kind of maybe going through some lessons on that, but I just cut to the King of Cups. So Divine Masculines are definitely stepping into some more emotional balance, into the heart space. In addition, there's more on the bottom as well, but I'm going to shuffle. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of them want to make an offer towards the Divine Feminine. Let's just see. Let's go. What's going on in the headspace of the Divine Masculine? Let's keep this a little bit from moving at this time. What's in the headspace? Three of Pentacles. This is like work, but teamwork, initial fulfillment, collaboration. So they are wanting to put in some efforts. Or maybe it's this fear of the effort required, which if you're in a true twin journey shouldn't be much, as long as you obviously speak honestly with your Divine Feminines. I mean, that's kind of like underlying natural ability to be compassionate and forgive everything, because we can't hold anything from the past at all. There's got to be that like ultimate forgiveness on the twin journey, that anything that happened prior to, you know, is part of the lessons, it's part of the journey. You can't hold that against either counterpart or you guys will stay stuck. Queen of Cups. I don't know why these are being so quiet. Ten of Swords in reverse. So yeah, they're wanting, Divine Masculines are wanting to leave the painful separation behind. Death here with Strength again on the bottom, and the Queen of Cups again with the Chariot. Yeah, so they death in the reverse though. Like that's a resistance to change energy is what that is. Stubborn energy. Not feeling confident with the Strength in the reverse. So there's a lack of confidence coming from some of the Divine Masculines. And that, yeah, just kind of stubborn inability to change, unable to move on. It is coming in though. The emotions are here again. The Queen of Cups, as well as having the Chariot in the upright. The Chariot is a very victorious forward motion energy. The Chariot is someone who has kind of taken control, you know, of both their light and their dark side, their feminine and their masculine, and is moving forward with like passion. Just so there's definitely going to be some movement towards your counterpart for some of you, for sure. Ooh. Yeah, some of you though, as I'm looking at that death in reverse, are still keeping yourself in a false sense of entrapment. The only thing keeping you stuck and keeping this relationship stagnant is your fear of change, I guess. Keeping yourself, yeah, this is a, see, she's fine outside of there, but in the mirror, this person sees themselves as trapped. So some of you, yeah, if you are feeling in that energy, oops, 9 of Cups in reverse. Oh, maybe it wants to be read up right. So I'm going to put it back in though. Yeah, with that 8 of Swords, you need to be like, well, some of you are just kind of in a period of isolation, which is good, but you're keeping yourself restricted in this connection, so understand that. What is that? Oh, Fury. There's 2 of them. So yeah, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups again. So yeah, a lot of you really need to make a choice. The Divine Masculines, this came out for the shared energy, but it's coming out for the masculines as well. That's kind of that stuck in fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, and not really taking any action. But the 6 of Pentacles is about bringing things into balance, making things fair, making things right. It's also about, can represent an offer of time, of generosity. You'll notice like there's that infinity kind of in the background. So, you know, it's kind of very representative and synchronistic for divine counterparts as well. 2 of Cups on the bottom. So yeah, there's definitely going to be, the energies are really supportive of the divine counterparts coming together based on this. Huge. But yeah, the divine masculines, so just work on whatever, you know, false sense of fears maybe is what you're still working through, I'm guessing, with that 8 of Swords. Death in the reverse, but there's a lot of major arcana that popped out right out of the bat. Jesus. Gemini energy. Oh, I'm being called to look at the bottom, which is the Knight of Swords. Some of you do. Some of you are going to be going in pretty quick with communication towards your divine feminines, that's for sure. You're fearful that it's going to be confrontational. That's just a fear. I wouldn't be fearful of that if I was you, because there is a new beginning in this connection coming forward. 7 of Wands, really needing to stand your ground and fight for what you want. Let's go for the femmes. I just cut to the stars, so yeah, there's definitely that hope and wish that things are moving in a positive direction. 10 of Cups. That 10 of Cups, you guys, that's that everything, emotional fulfillment, that's that happy family, love, union. 6 of Cups, soulmate energy, divine counterpart energy, nostalgic energy, also reunion energy. So the femmes are definitely wanting reunion as well. Femmes also got 8 of Swords, so a lot of feminines as well. And I mean, we do that. That's, you know, part of that whole thing, like where I was talking about me being my worst enemy, you know, so a lot of the divine feminines as well, you know, we're keeping things stuck right now by reliving the past too much with these two coming out together. So again, like projecting, so he's always reacted this way, so that's how he's going to continue to react. Well, you're quite literally manifesting that to be real. And so his insecurities mixed with your insecurities, bam, keeping stuff in the past and unable to move forward. But a reunion really does apparently want to happen. There's death in the rebirth in the upright for the feminines, as well as I just cut to High Priestess, but we'll just see. Divine feminine polarities, please. What can we see coming for them? one came kind of, I'm going to guess reversed, but I grabbed it kind of weird. So some of the femmes are feeling like this is really one-sided. And that so you need to get out of that energy if you're resonating with that. Ooh. Sun, yeah, in the reverse. So yeah, some of the femmes aren't taking it so great right now, unfortunately, by the looks of this. There is a this is never going to happen energy coming out of these cards. I'm going to tell you, if it's destined, it will. Yeah, this is the Star, isn't it? Yeah. Healing. There's a lot of healing, so the femmes are still working on some healing. Starting to maybe lose hope, but don't lose hope. Again, work on yourself. Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, the femmes are okay. I hear like a lot of them, and I get that. I'm waiting for him to come in. As you'll see, this Knight of Cups has got a white horse in the background, and it's got some flowers. Wheel of Fortune with the Four of Wands, guys. So Divine is saying don't lose hope. A lot of you, and based off the fucking masculine's energy, are getting this coming in. Why? Because, and I've heard this earlier, was I reading something, or was it just a fucking... Is that puppy going crazy out there? Something about the wheel has turned. I don't know. Anyway, another synchronicity. The wheel is turning. So fate is turning. And why? Four of Wands is here. I love this Four of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck because it always makes me think of my Divine Masculine. It's just like they have them in between the little pillar things, and one's in a red and the one's in a white or blue. And they're just like, they look like little crib pegs from a crib board. It always makes me laugh. But either way, the Four of Wands is about things coming together. It's about stability, that stable foundation. So, you know, understand and recognize that there is harmony coming in. This could even be, yeah, a celebration. It's a really celebratory energy. Marriage, home, that sort of thing. All right, let's end this. This is 47 minutes long. Five of Wands in reverse. So yeah, no, the period of conflict is over. Page of Pentacles, it came totally sideways. But there's going to be an offer for a lot of you, like, of time. Could be, yeah, like, it's, on its own, I would say it would be like a new job energy, but with all of this, it's an offer. Ace of Cups. Okay, so yeah, it's an offer. Two of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Knight of Pentacles is that like slow moving knight. He's the one that really is methodical, has, you know, taken his sweet ass time on some stuff, but is very efficient, very routine, very effective. It's that like slow but inevitable positive outcome when I see that card. Hierophant is here. Yeah, a lot of you are getting commitment, union energy, 100%. All right, so let's just see. What can we see for these Divine Karma cards before we close the reading? That's kind of way too many. I'm going to put these all back after I peek because I must. Okay, they're telling me to just read them all. Some of these aren't great. So we did get Flatterer. So yeah, a lot of you are going to have some people showing up. Lawyer is also significant of the Hierophant. So again, there could be some commitment energy coming through. Important Revelation is here. Also Thief. So somebody is being not so honest at this time. There's some sneaky energy. But then there's a Success energy. And the Gamblers in reverse. And then on the bottom here is Tenderness, as well as Visit. All right, let me grab one from the kicker for the Divine So the community is a coming together energy. Again, that kind of celebratory union. Ooh, one just fucking flipped around. Privileged lady. Privileged lady. Okay, well, I need a clarifier on that privileged lady. Alright, you guys, can't make this shit up. Change in marriage shot out. Privileged lady. Change in marriage. So yeah, there is definitely the fucking union energy coming strong. It's not going to be marriage for everybody, obviously, especially if you're just coming from a period of separation. But know that that is in the future in the cards for a lot of you. Triple confirmed in this reading. But change is here. Change is here for the divine counterparts. It's time. Work on your self-love, work on balancing your chakras, work on healing, align a little bit more with your soul, guys, but energy of union is here. Marriage and change, and you guys saw those shootouts, so that's, they get bossy. By they, I just mean, you know, the cards, the universe, my guides, whatever. It's probably my higher self. She's boss. But yeah, so I hope you guys got a lot out of this or something out of this. I just saw 5151, so this is a long ass video, but I hope it helps some people. And I'm always here if you guys do have questions. I just share quite literally on a whim as I go, which is why there's such a variety of content that you'll find with me. But it is what it is. I just try to cover as many bases as I can in the time that I have. So I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching.